My name is Sam. I am 24 years old and I have been living in Vietnam for almost 3 years. It's been one of my best times of my life and I have the best quality of friendships that I could ever have asked for. Vietnam has been the place that gave me that. I grew up in America until 8 years old, and then my family decided to move to China. We lived there for 5 years, and then I came back to America, same school system. They saw me as weird, not understanding some jokes that they had. I was bullied as soon as I got back. I didn't understand why I was bullied at that time of my life. And then once I did find my group, I actually got into the wrong group of people who didn't really want to do much with their life. I didn't have that much of a good friendship circle. I was the scrawny little young guy who was always picked on. And so I didn't have the type of friends that were able to be really genuine with me. As college started, going out and drinking and smoking, and college was a huge time for me because this was COVID. I did a lot of internal reflection. It just started to show up in my head of like wanting to travel, wanting to be around people that actually care about me, to see more of the world and find more about myself. A year goes by and I'm starting to isolate myself and try to read more, take care of myself more, and to start to exclude myself from people who started to value and do different things than I did when it was smoking or was drinking. And I started just to think about what it is that could help me and move me forward, because I was so desperate and dependent on others. And I was people pleasing for so long that I didn't know what I wanted. So I started my first business at 19 years old, and it was a franchise business. Something within me told me that it wasn't it. The people that I could go to and ask for help, these different managers, I saw them on Instagram stories going out laughing with one another. It was like, why am I being excluded? The community that I was part of in high school, in college, the business that I was doing, every single one of them didn't make me feel good. And I didn't feel this when I was in China, because all these other people that I was with, they were from Japan, Korea, China, Brazil, all over the world. We accepted each other despite our differences. But the moments that I was alone, asking myself what I wanted, this inner guidance that I was starting to listen to more, it wanted novelty, experiences, joy. I need to be around people that love life, that are optimistic, healthy, kind. So I realized that if I'm going to get that, I have to do something pretty crazy. And that was to leave the country. I get to Vietnam. I fell in love with this place. I could take a motorbike and I could just run around the streets with my own motorbike. And the food here is so good. I love the pho. At the time that I moved here, I didn't know anyone. I was like, it's gonna be really hard for me to find friends that I know and people that I know that I like. And I was so afraid of that because I've felt this sense of loneliness and disconnect from just the people around me for a very long time. And so I was very much alone for a few months until I could actually find some people to connect with. And the first instance of that was an ice bath from a Facebook post that I saw. And I go to this ice bath. It was a great time. And I met more and more people. It's been so awesome because the people that I met here from the very beginning have accepted me for me. And I also accept my friends, the people that I met, for who they are. Even just coming to like Vietnam or China or any Asian country, any country that's not English, body language and just genuine smiles and hugs and just like, hey, like you, eat, you know, simple language. And it's just, you become great friends with someone just through the way that they act. I knew from the moment, like the first few months that I was here, I want to stay here longer. I think that business opportunities, friendships, networking opportunities, all of it is almost 10 times better being here. It doesn't have to be Vietnam, it could be anywhere. I'm saying Vietnam for me because Vietnam is on the up and coming. Everyone comes here because of how vast this country has of rich experiences, where we have the biggest cave in the world, to the Ha Giang Loop, to Hoi An, the amazing beach that looks like Miami. With these people that I'm connecting with, they have a whole different unique experience of life. I'm like, oh, where are you from? They're gonna tell me, oh, I'm from Albania. Yeah, I'm from South Africa. Like, that is so different. That inspires me because there are amazing things that they have gone through and learned about that I don't know. I definitely still had my own internal things that were going on, especially when it came to what would I do if everything goes wrong. I didn't allow myself to think like that because I realized that the way that you think something is going to happen, 99% of the time it doesn't happen the way you think. And just that thought alone gave me that much more confidence to be like, well, I can always go back to America. I just told myself, yes, things are gonna probably go wrong and I'm going to expect that. But the pain of staying was a lot stronger for me. And what if it doesn't go bad? What if your friends come visit you? What if your family decides to want to move with you? You don't have to travel for the rest of your life. You don't have to live abroad for the rest of your life, but you going and giving yourself that opportunity is so much more worth it than staying in a job that you hate, staying in a relationship that you hate, being around friends that don't value you and trust you and like you and actually appreciate you. Your job, your house, your car, all these things, they're replaceable. You can get a house in Vietnam. You can get a car and a scooter in Vietnam. Find somewhere that other people trust. If you just know the location that you've seen from YouTube and all these videos that you're watching on this channel, it's like you're seeing that there's a lot of people in Vietnam that are doing really well and people are loving it. They're talking about how great Vietnam is and food is amazing, the culture is amazing, the locals are amazing. All these are great signs to me to be like, okay, well, I can be here on my own. I can just do it on my own. I don't technically need anyone to be here. I didn't look up anything about Vietnam before I came here. If all the dots have shown you that you're supposed to travel, then listen to your gut and say, I'm going to travel. I'm gonna go to Vietnam. Everything else will get figured out. You don't need to worry about what the food is gonna be like. You don't need to worry about how much things are gonna cost. You don't need to worry about that as an American, just in reality. When you come here and you just say hi to people, they'll start to have a conversation with you. Everything will work together as long as you just take the lead and trust yourself, the way that things have been syncing up. People make up your entire experience in your life, in your happiness, in your business. And the more you realize the type of relationships, the quality of relationships, everyone that you hang around with, you will become like them because we as humans are very social. So I recommend you to find people that you like to be around, that make you feel good about yourself, that help you become the person that you want to be. And the more you do that, you'll eventually find me in Vietnam with you. I've been hosting workshops, I've been hosting meetups, I've been hosting events, I've been doing retreats here as well, doing a lot of things for people and to help them understand and get over blocks that they have. The more that you can tap into who you really want to be, the more you're going to be able to do anything you want. And I think that we are truly always able to do what we want because it's just you versus you. I'm on Instagram majority of the time, so I'd love to connect with you in Vietnam. Thank you.